Hello, traders and investors. Chasing Stars here doing a video chart for ticker symbol FBCD. This is traded on the pinks. I'm going to go ahead and point out a few things that stick out at me on this chart and go ahead and fill you in. This chart was brought to me by somebody on the investors hangout board over on iHub. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with the basics as I always do. The first thing I'm going to go ahead and take a look at here is the RSI. We see it trading down here right around between the 40 and the 30. We see it fluctuating back and forth. So what we're going to be watching for here is for this RSI to continue its way up to the 50. Right now we are trading at the 43.94 area. Now as we move down here towards the chart, I'm going to be looking for right here. Right here is a support line that was broken towards the end of November, and it looks like it worked its way back up. Went ahead and pulled back a little bit down there, but then again did close above the support, which is key and what we look for. The next thing I'm going to do is point out the next level of resistance that we're going to watch for this to break through. That resistance level is going to be resting right around here on this yellow line. So once we go ahead and break that, I think we're going to be watching for the next break of the 50-day simple moving average right up here, which is this blue line. Once we work our way through there, our next resistance line is going to be right around this area right there, just at the 0.015-ish area. Like I said, everything is a web. It could work its way either above or below it just a fraction. But what we're going to do is look for key levels of definitely closing above it. We can see that it closed up here at the 0.0119 area and then pulled back and broke through this support line and went ahead. So it couldn't hold this resistance and went ahead and worked its way back down. Got down to this support line that it tested multiple times, as we see here back in the past, and did eventually break through it, but did bounce back up. So that's also a good thing to watch for, because it did come down and come back up through it. So once we go ahead and break our way through this resistance, we're going to be watching for our next, which is 50-day simple moving average, and looking for the parabolic SAR to flip positive under it. The next thing what we're going to do for resistance levels is look for this line up here to break, which is right around the 2 cent area, and we see it right around here. Right there. We see it go ahead and test there a few times, and what we're going to do is want to get above these recent highs of 0.017. After that, I believe that the 200-day simple moving average will come quick, which we could definitely see held as support and resistance in previous levels. Once we go ahead and break that 200-day simple moving average, I feel that we can go ahead and make bigger moves and faster moves north. So like I said, with the RSI, we're going to put this puzzle together here. We're going to watch for a trend line to start forming here and go ahead and work its way up. As we see right here in the RSI, it broke below the support and came back up. So we're going to be watching for that. The next thing I want to do is point out the volume. We definitely see a lot of volume here kicking up, and we've seen it right here, right there, right here, and we see it picking up a little bit right here. So we're going to watch for this volume to go ahead and continue to grow and bounce above this resistance. We see a little bit of a channel right here forming in this area. So once we go ahead and get up there, it's very good to see that this closed above the support line, as I stated. Next thing we're going to go ahead and pay attention to is the MACD. If we go ahead and zoom in there a little bit, we definitely see it flipping up positive, which is also a great sign. The next thing I do, as I always do, is point out the accumulation lines. We see, obviously, right here, if you go ahead and put the candlesticks together with the accumulation and the MACD, we definitely see a spread there and a height in the accumulation, and then the height in the volume to go back up, and it broke through this resistance levels and then obviously consolidated back down. So I'm going to be watching for this to do a reversal and flip up into the uptrend, which I think, in my opinion, is possibly going to happen if all the indicators and price per action definitely keep up. So again, Chasing Stars is doing a video chart for FBCD. Go ahead and keep an eye on this one going into next week. For anybody that is interested in joining my private email list, please send an email to investorshangout@gmail.com. It is for educational, informational purposes only. Zero spam, and your email address will never be given out. Again, I'll see you guys on the boards.